Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your timeless romantic soulmate contract read. It's a little hard to get out there for a second. I'm your reader, Angelo Lyons. Mal for short. They're my initials, he said with question marks after each statement. Professional witch, professional intuitive. President of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 24 years of service at the time of this timeless recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. Really happy about it. There's a link in the description box. You can preview it on Kindle, or you can see the original version on PDF on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. Some of my patrons, different levels of subscribers, have access to that book, as well as Spell Ingredients, my other ones that's available only on Patreon right now. I'm loving it over there. My humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses, my current level of tiers of subscription. I'm creating more as I go. Loving it over there, doing unlisted YouTube live stream links with them every morning, wearing my bathrobe, cup of coffee in my hand, sitting on the couch, doing this, but from the laptop, talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications. All levels of my subscribers get that. You know what else they get? The recorded Zoom classes that we're doing over there. So if they miss it, they can watch it later. That's exclusive. You know what else all levels get? The extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s on YouTube, including this video. So you can also get the extended reading on Vimeo.com, Vimeo on demand, but $5 a month as a human, my the first level of subscription, you get all of them, past, present, and into the future. So if you want the deeper experience, the magic, the miracles, the mysticism, the Mal, come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons. Angelo Lyons. It's easier to call me Mal. Hey, I'm serious. You try doing that intro day after day after day after day, and if you don't keep it fun for yourself, then why bother? If you're new to the channel, however, we are going to be doing romantic soulmate contract reads. You have other soulmates in your life. They're not all romantic. There are many links in the description box going into the subject of soul contracts, twin flame soulmates, and all that stuff. Some by me, some by others. Check it out. The definition I'm looking at here is inspired by Matt Kahn, K-A-H-N. His Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck will be the last card down for part 1 in this reading. Soul contracts, twin flames, and soulmates redefined. Go check it out. Essentially, let's talk about soulmates. Thumbnail version, itty bitty quick. The foundation of any soulmate contract. Before you come in, you agree to help each other heal, whether you've met each other or not, through the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract. But you can have family members that are soulmates or helping each other heal. Friends, right? These are specifically the romantic ones. We're shooting for a happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract incarnating on planet Earth, because that's the hardest one in my experience. Family, that unconditional love hopefully breaks through. Lovers, partners in that way that we can walk away from so easily and then repeat the same thing over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying? It would be great for planet Earth, because imagine all them romantic soulmate contracts coming together bit by bit, because as two of them come, like as two people come together, one contract begins, makes it easier for everybody else in the quantum unity, because that's how we're healing each other. Your quantum unity, go figure. Love is the answer, but what's the question? How about what the hell are we doing? Yeah, love is the answer. So, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because you may have more than one romantic soulmate contract going on, number 1. Number 2, your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign are going to have a very, very different take on this stuff. So, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best, I promise, to get the clarity, guidance, and grace to help you move forward. Even if you haven't met this person yet, you do what's implied here. You will be helping them heal through the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract. We are going to look at it like a contract. Party number 1, party number 2, state of the contract in the center. But a lot of that we're going to do the third, the middle lane, the state of the contract is going to be looked at in the extended. Please take a nice deep breath. I know it's a lot of explanation for the newbies, but I kind of feel obligated. I'll work on it. still point. Yes, indeedy. Here we go. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, using the Caroline Mace archetype cards. Please, beloved pantheons of the divine, for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of cross-watchers, watching this video, receiving this timeless romantic soulmate contract reading, I need 3 archetype cards, one for party number 1, one for party number 2, and one for state of the contract, which will not be turned over until the extended reading. It'll be the first card turned over in the extended reading on Vimeo and Patreon. So give us the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head of party number 1 in this, come here, Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign and crosswatcher, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract and process, party number 1. Please, party number 2 in this soulmate contract, 8th chakra dynamic, and state of the contract, which I will not even look at this until I'm recording the extended. Thank you. Let's see where we are. Now, before I flip these over, you're going to have to figure out which one you are intuitively. Contemplate it, feel it out. You're a Cancerian or a cross-watcher, tune in. You may, however, resonate with both sides, which is fine. There's a mirroring process, and there's a video in the description box by Greg Braden about the 7 Essene mirrors. It's not all you spot it, you got it. I'll leave that there. As well as you can work this as divine feminine, divine masculine, your yin, your yang within yourself. It doesn't matter, it's all one thing. So let's see what the contract is. Oh, a martyr and a monk nun. Oh dear. 2 divine family archetypes. Oh, we'll talk about the martyr. Nobody fucking wants the martyr because we only think about it in its shadow, in its lead, in its toxicity. All archetypes are neutral. It's a percentage scale from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, and lead has 3 more atoms than gold, which makes it deadly and toxic, right? So the alchemy here, in the extended, we're using the Whispers of Lord Ganesh by Alana Fairchild. He will help remove those obstacles if, by your own free will, you do what you need to do. So, both divine family archetypes, there are 9 different families, so this is about spiritual power already off the bat. Now, nobody wants the martyr. However, you can have an archetype for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. It's the satellite beaming down the codes to all of the other chakras, shifting the electromagnetic fields of it, what you attract and what you repel, so that you get what you need to do. You get what you need, not necessarily always what we want, but what we need. So, let's look at the shadow attribute of the martyr, and you know, addiction to self-pity. I have been there for a season. It is not a lifetime archetype for me, womb to tomb. It sometimes comes and goes for a reason, like when I'm pushing myself too far, too much, the ego takes over, the lead, the shadow, what have you, and how many people are feeling that way on planet Earth in any given moment if you're a vibrational, emotional, energetic empath. The light you're shooting for here, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And that's why we don't see a martyr being pelted by roses. We see a martyr here floating through the skies with roses floating around. The transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. It can be to oneself and a cause if you are part of that, LGBT, social justice, all of that, any way that can make itself out, because we don't think of Gandhi as a martyr, but he was. We don't think of Yeshua ben Joseph as as a martyr, but he was, right? Moses, but he was, right? So this archetype has been shared by some of the biggest and the best within at least the scriptural context, but you can find it in all sorts of interesting places. The monk nun, however, I don't know if those hills are alive with the sound of mucus. The shadow attribute, negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety. I was just talking to my guides about that excess piety. How many lifetimes have we been monks or nuns behind monastery or cloister walls, right? Excessive piety, having contests and jealousies and bitterness over who was more pious to God. You think we haven't carried that from lifetime to lifetime? Yeah, we just make it about other things now. The light you're shooting for, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. God first, then me, then friends and family, then work. That's what works for me. Thank you, Iyanla Van Sant, a wonderful little book called In the Meantime. Check it out. Spiritual teacher that I am, I just share what works for me, and I know it's not for everybody, and that's just fine. So interesting. We've got a martyr and a monk. A monk and a martyr walk into the bar, and they're the same person. That's what I mean. There can be some serious mirroring going on here, as well as internal, external dynamic, yang and yin. So here's the fun part. Now that we've got the 8th chakra dynamics of these two, we're going to take 5, count them, 5 Daughters of the Moon Tarot to do the next 4 chakras down: crown, third eye, throat, and heart. And we're going to take the Mythic Tarot to get the lower 3 chakras on this side. See, feminine, masculine, if you want to do it that way. Relationships in the physical world, the yang, etc. A lovely little spread called the Element Spread: Fire, Earth, Air, Water, and Spirit, to get an elemental read, so to speak, on this contract using tarot. How much fun! Please take a nice deep breath. Let's find out. Here we go. I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, beloved ones of cardinal water, creative water, 4th house home dynamic. Please, 5 cards in clarity, face down. We're going to do the same on this side, 5 face down. For the martyr in this Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate. Contract, what is their element of fire, what they burn for, what they yearn for, what their hearts desire in this contract. For the element of earth, the fuel that feeds the fire and grounds and manifests their heart's desire, what they already got. Their element of air, what they're thinking predominantly about this soulmate contract. This can also sometimes be subconscious, because heart, throat, third eye, crown can definitely be that subconscious psychological stuff. Their element of water, what they are feeling predominantly about this contract. And the element of spirit, the soul, the point of view, the voice of the soul, who incarnated to play the role as the martyr, with the martyr archetype is the accurate way to say that. No one is a martyr archetype. We have a martyr archetype in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract with this monk nun. Like I said, I don't know what those are yet. That's why we want to get these on the table, and then we're going to turn them over element by element at the same time. Sorry, I am a Virgo. It's gotta be symmetrical. No, it doesn't. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my gods of water, sign of Cancer, powers of the West, same thing. 5 cards in clarity, element spread for the monk / nun in this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract with this martyr. Having the martyr archetype, it's easier to just say they are it, but you know what I mean. Please, element of fire, what do they yearn for? What do they burn for? What do their hearts desire? Their element of earth, fuel the fire. Ground, manifest that heart's desire, what they already have working for them. The element of air, what they're thinking about it. Do you see how quick these cards are coming out pretty much? Please, the element of air, what they predominantly think about this contract. They're pretty much handing them right to me here. Element of water, what do they feel about this contract? And card number 5, the card of spirit, the point of view of the soul, the voice of the soul that incarnated to play the role of the monk nun in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for the Cancerian collective. Now, in the extended, we're going to flip the sides of the deck, so you get. So this will have the lower 3 chakras in part 2, and these will have the heart, third eye, crown in part 2. And then we really go to town on that center lane, the state of the contract. So, element by element. Element of fire. What do they want? Well, very fiery. The Martyr, Sagittarius. So many desires here. Mutable fire. Ninth house dynamic. Expansion. Ruled by Jupiter. Ceridwen or Ceridwen. I mean, I've heard it say so many times. The Celtic goddess of transformation. The cauldron of transformation. Hence, mutable, changeable fire. When it is a court card on the inside, I would highly recommend look and see what planets are in your natal chart in Sagittarius. Sometimes even looking at what house it's in can give you a little combination lock click, right? And unlock something for you there. But it is very throat chakra. It's like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and I want that. It also tends to be very friendly and jovial. Jove, like Jupiter, Zeus, right? That Jupiterian energy there, which is kind of fun because on this side, we got a major arcana card. When it's a major arcana card and a chakra read the way I do it, it's all the chakras that I'm talking about. In this case, lower 3 chakras, masculine energy. You got the sun, Apollo. They want something healthy. They want something truthful. They want something happy, right? The sun, and this is in a video you can find on YouTube. I forgot the name of Christopher Lee yesterday. A video, Mysteries or Secrets of the Tarot, narrated by Christopher Lee. Saruman, Lord of the Rings, right? Really good. But in it, there is a reader called Patty McLean. I don't know if she's still alive and working. This was in the 90s, but you can find the video on YouTube. And she's the one. The first time I ever heard it said, and I think that's where a lot of people heard it, is if the sun comes up in a spread, it just lightens any other darkness in the spread. So that's what they want. They want truth. They want happiness. Very solar plexus, though, right? So personal power of this monk nun is something that they would want, I would think. Element of Earth. What do they got to make that happen? I like that. Well, this is interesting. 3 of Cups, very heart chakra. There is a heart bond between these two. That can be an empathic or a tele-empathic, like telepathic, everybody knows that's third eye. Telepathic is when it's heart to heart, or when you're empathing somebody, like telepathy. But chances are these people already know each other because this is a friendship card, right? Bonding is the word on the card, right? Make new friends, keep the old. One is silver, the other gold. It's actually written in the book for the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. I know it's from Girl Scouts. I know. I was a Cub Scout. Can you fucking imagine? I can't. Did that really happen? Yeah, it really happened. I'll tell stories someday about my experience as a Boy Scout, how I made chocolate mousse in the woods. That's how you know you got a gay kid. Just saying, in the 80s for sure, the 70s and the 80s, that was the case. So absolutely, there's a heart vibe here that they have, perhaps even just a compatible, compassionate, a bond with this person. Again, it could be subconscious if they haven't met yet. I was trying to keep that on the table because over here we've got the sun, but what they've got is the star. Pandora's box, which technically was a jar originally, but you know, semantics, right? It's Tupperware. Pandora's Tupperware. Not the drag queen, but now someone should come out as Pandora's jar. Jarra. Well, Melchior might go for it. Come here, bugger! Oh, it's raining outside. He's fascinated by watching the rain. That's why if you hear a little something in the background, it's the rain outside. So, you know, what they have is they have hope. They have, in my opinion, what is the highest vibrational spiritual card in the deck, the star, because you got planet Earth, the moon, the sun, and then the star. Really, really, really far away, higher in altitude than the other two. So there is guidance, there is grace. It can also be, from the outside looking in, that this person just radiates, right? Being a star of hope. Come over here, baby. You haven't been outside the house. What are you, 8 years old? You have not been an outdoor cat since you were a kitten. I don't know what you want today. My Taurus. Help me. Never work with children or animals. W.C. Fields. Come sit with me, bugger. Come chill out. Go CP for mama. So look, the sun and the star, this is really, like I said, a high vibe. But this is just from the outside. So I kind of get that if this person is the star from the outside looking in, that they want someone who shines like the sun. Spiritually, at least. In the lower 3 chakras, which ain't the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, I know. They come up to me and they go, meow. Freaks me out. What are you doing? Go lay down, bugger. I know it's raining, but you're an indoor cat. Whatever. Element of air. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Well, we've got a double whammy here. We've got the star here in the mind. Heart, throat, third eye, crown. We're looking at someone who's very aligned here, right? Taking that inspiration from the 8th chakra and integrating it through the crown. Spiritual power, mental power, willpower, choices, decisions, spit, swallow, or chew. And obviously emotional power in the heart. This is lovely. And let me just say, the monk nun's got strength, lower 3 chakras. So this is a very, 3 major arcana in a row over here with the monk nun. This is somebody who's got some kind of spiritual process going on, right? Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, which doesn't mean you don't brush your teeth and pay your bills and all of that, because unless you're literally in a monastery or a cloister, I don't know if they call them nunneries anymore. Get me into a nunnery. Then you have really good Wi-Fi. But I really don't think that is the case. I think this is somebody who might not even think of themselves as a monk nun. But if you look at your dedication, your single-minded attention to spirit, right? Your spiritual practice, your prayers, your meditations. Because remember, monks and nuns are also Buddhist, right? It's like that the word translates differently around the world, but it doesn't belong to, and that archetype doesn't belong to any one religious system or spiritual path. We good? So that strength there, lower 3 chakras. This is Heracles, the labors of Heracles. They might very well be saying, all right, I'm going to summon up my courage to do this. Right? Or they have the courage to do that, the strength. Because when do we need the strength card? When there are fears. Now, what's the lead in this one? Negative judgment of the physical world with excess piety. And getting through the pandemic, I think a lot of spiritual people had to wrestle with their own negative judgments, but understanding underneath the veneer of the judgment, like a thin veneer of lead, there is a gold nugget of wisdom in there. So if we don't allow ourselves to at least acknowledge the judgments, intuitively, mentally, emotionally, whatever, then, we either let the judgment possess us later, or we go, why didn't I listen to myself? So certainly with this sort of spiritual alignment, heart, third eye, crown on this side, mentally, that's really good. We're looking at a spiritual thinker, I guess you could say. And on this side, the card of strength, lower 3 chakras, this is somebody who's really not just thinking about this, but seeing the hero's journey, the need for courage. Very solar plexus on this side, particularly with the sun, the star, and the strength card. It makes sense. Where's spirit within you? Single-minded devotion to the spirit within themselves. And again, what's this martyr? Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So it's really, there's a match here, definitely. Let's look at the water. We're talking about Cancerians. Well, here we have it. For the martyr on this side, they got the Emperor, one of the few masculine, or I should say male cards in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot Pan, right? The healthy masculine energy balance with the feminine, the Dion, as in Dionysus, my patron god, but the Dion is the male god, right? But the Emperor here, heart, third eye, crown. This person has a very, very strong emotional field. The Emperor is the amalgamation of all the kings, all the cardinal signs in the tarot, which are mother or crone in this deck. But there is also a sense of control, right? There is a sense of control, but balanced with the mental of the star and the emotional of the Emperor. This is someone who's got the wisdom of fire, earth, air, and water in their heart chakra, so to speak. All of those aligning up in a really powerful way. A lot of emotional power. That's what I'm really getting as a result of perhaps alchemizing their addiction to self-pity. You see, because that's lead. So lead is an insulator. That's why, Superman can't see through it. Energy can't pass through it. Gold is a conductor, right? So a golden martyr there. With the Emperor on the inner, emotionally, that's pretty intense, because over here we got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, they're in love. It's an attraction. 3 of Cups over here, 2 of Cups over here, right? Element of fire, element of water. We are looking at a monk nun who definitely feels the pull. At least second chakra to second chakra, element of water, earth, air, earth, water, air, fire, air, right? Root, second, third, heart chakra. So we are looking at, by the way, there is a link in the description box to a video about the myth of Eros and Psyche, a total true love myth. She's got to go to the underworld to pick up cosmetics for her mother-in-law. It's a lot, but it is absolutely, it's the entire suit of cups in the mythic tarot. So there is a video I found, and they tell the myth, but they do it with like cartoon panels and stuff. It's really cool. Go check it out. It's entertaining, which I dig. So the 2 of Cups here, by the way, they haven't even seen each other face to face because he's the god of love and he doesn't want her to fall in love with him just because he's the god of love. So at this point, it's just like when you meet somebody, there is an attraction. And I would say with this 3 of Cups here, they're willing to be friendly because they got their emotions together, at least for now. Element of spirit, the card of the soul. Y'all are really ringing up the major arcanas, revelation, celebration, the judgment card. Something is revealed to you spiritually if you're the martyr, where you go, oh, and it was there all along. It was Agatha all along. It looks like a bunch of women circle dancing around a central point in the mountains. They are, but it's also, they are dancing on the mother of the belly of the mother. Breasts in the foreground, pubic mound in the back, dancing around her navel. And you go, oh. I didn't see that. Well, there you have it. There's that process right there. So the message of the soul is heart, third eye crown. There is a revelation, and I gotta say, with the star in the mind and the emperor in the heart, that seems obvious. Like that would happen. Interesting. We got a court card over here. For the voice of the spirit, the Knight of Cups, the Pisces card, mutable water. Now, the only other tarot we have here in terms of court card is Sagittarius. So we got mutable water, Pisces, and mutable fire, Aquarius. It is a square, but they do have that flexible, changeable thing going on. This could very well be, if this is somebody from you from the inside looking out, this could be someone who has that romantic vibe, right? The Knight of Cups is often called the romantic knight, but all of the knights are on horses and they travel at different speeds. So Virgo, Knight of Pentacles is walk. Pardon me, immutable earth. Pisces, the Knight of Cups is mutable water. That's a trot, right? Cantor, Sagittarius, mutable fire, and Gallop, Gemini, mutable air. So this could be somebody definitely coming in, or someone who is in your life that your soul is saying, pay attention to what goes on the physical here, particularly second chakra dynamic, because you're really attracted. And there is a bond here. They're definitely feel it. They have to know each other. I would think they could only know each other with that in that particular placement. But this one wants more clarity and health, which I love. Isn't that just true, Melchior? He's meowing, staring out the screen door. I don't know why. When my mother cursed me with you have kids just like you. I'm gay. It wasn't going to happen. It worked. She's right. Ain't she always? All right. We got the tarot on the table. Again, in the extended, we're going to flip decks so you get the full chakric spectrum. But now we're going to go to the higher selves, all right? This one's higher selves and this one's higher self, using the Whispers of Love Oracle. Also, Angela Hartfield. There's another blue angel artist and author that has a similar name, so I get them confused. That's okay, right? Oh, I'm only a divine being in a human body. So let's ask the higher selves of these two what the Whisper of Love is. Please take a nice deep breath, because they get one each. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of this martyr, and this monk nun. In this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign and crosswatcher, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract, higher selves, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, face down for this martyr and for this monk / nun in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract read. It was quick. They're coming out of the chute today. Sort of like that episode of I Love Lucy with the chocolates and the conveyor belt. Love endures. Let's start here. Love endures. Martyrs, you know, you gotta endure it. You gotta take the journey. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And honestly, this one has the infrastructure, heart, third eye crown, to pull that off. And they got all sorts of things they want to do, right? So very throat chakra dominant in fire, very water dominant in earth. Again, inside, but all the rest is spirit in their air, in their mind, in their emotions, and in their soul. And the star, the emperor, and the judgment card there, that's pretty powerful. On this side, honey, you got the Neil Diamond card. Ready? Turn on your heart light, let it shine wherever you go. I figure if, you know, this career doesn't work out, I can always, like, I don't know, Neil Diamond impersonator, find me a lounge somewhere that has a open bar for the singer. I might do it. Turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. And for a monk nun, that can be spiritual love, divine love, true love, all of that healthy love, to open up that heart. And, you know, the 2 cups, that can be terrifying if there is an excessive, if there's excessive piety. Well, we just can't have that. All of a sudden we're in Regency England all over again, which is where a lot of these patterns come from. Seriously, Edwardian, Regency, right? Elizabethan, Victorian, right? And because if you're in the United States, guess where the social class system came from? Duh, right? Even though there was a revolution, doesn't matter. The genetic ancestral patternings came along anyway, just like in American Gods, but different. Thank you, Neil Gaiman. I love you. This is a very, very interesting couple for sure. I just wonder how much communication is going on between them, because as I look at this, there are no swords on the table. Communication externally would definitely be happening on that side with the lower 3 chakras, but we'll see that in the extended. Why? Because we got 1 card left, the last card down. Ladies and germs, crab cakes of, well, not all ages. I'm 18 and above on my channel. I don't read for kids, because let them figure it out for themselves like everybody else did in my day. Jeepers creepers. Let's see what the Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contract Law have to say, and then we'll wrap all this up with a little blessimation and then a little chat at the end if you want to stay for it. Please take a nice deep breath. Still poignant. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contract Law, not just Soulmate Contract Law, the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract law, which you know will change things on planet Earth drastically the more of them are incarnating, because everybody would be too busy making love to make war. It's nice to have the option. Please, 1 card in clarity for them helping each other heal, the perfect healing mantra for this martyr and this monk nun in this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate read, a martyr and a monk nun. Inviting Ecstasy, it's my favorite card in the whole deck. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. Damn it. Not the damn it's my editorial edition. Inviting Ecstasy. 90s flashback. Hub Club. Let me just read this to you because this is about the heart. It is my favorite mantra in the entire Matcon Healing Mantra deck, of course. My natal patron god is Dionysus, the god of ecstasy and wine. And and transcendence and all that Mayanid jazz. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. When ecstasy is invited, you feel aligned and ready to achieve all the miraculous and joyful gifts of experience the universe is ready to provide you. That's exciting. Ecstasy acts as a cosmic green light that grants your destiny permission to enter. Kitty cat, what's going on? Hey, you, what are you doing? Go lay down. Little scamp. Little couch urchin, I love you. Ecstasy acts as a cosmic green light that grants your destiny permission to enter. In many instances, pain can be healed and released once a healthy relationship with pleasure is established. Well, I think that's what the monk nun wants, right? And this one wants to play, but they might be healthy and ready to play anyway. This mantra is ideal for increasing self-worth, elevating levels of excitement, and allowing bigger dreams, which we shut them down as we get older. Why? Because Melky says so. Because we get disappointed, heartbroken. They're pretty much the same emotion, disappointment and heartbreak. But, when we're talking about disappointments in romantic contracts, it's heartbreak, right? There's a healing heartbreak card. It's not this one. This is inviting ecstasy. It's saying, all right, bring it. And if you feel like, well, I don't know if I'm worthy of all the pleasure my heart's desires, well, then you look at the lead, the addiction to self-pity, and the negative judgment of the physical world with excessive piety. That seems to click in. But it's not going through second chakra, which is the Boom Chicka Wow Wow chakra. It is going through the heart. Love is divine power kind of deal here for both of them. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do that thing I call a blessimation. Lovely word we came up with over on Patreon. Summarizing everything as well as transmitting a blessing from the divine to you, because that's what I'm apparently hardwired to do in this life. And then if you want, we'll chat at the very, very end as I release all your crab cakes and your cross watchers. Please take a nice deep breath. And I love you. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading in this martyr, monk, nun, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying contract, that the martyr can learn the transcendent nature of service to oneself and or a cause. With this mutable fire going on, all sorts of stuff they want to do, lots of choices and decisions involved in there, but they've got that heart bond, that Three of Cups, very friendly, very gregarious, and very loving, but perhaps in a simple way, threes being the number of a stable foundation which can be built upon once the decision or choice of the two has been dealt with. And in their mind, they are getting inspiration, they are getting guidance, they are getting grace, they are maybe even making wishes and hoping as they go, keeping in mind that this is a double whammy with the star and the element of earth on the inside. But in their emotions, Cancer being the King of Cups in traditional Rider-Waite based tarot, the Emperor then, this is someone who not has only become cardinal air, but fire, water, and earth as well in their interior world. A lot of wisdom, a lot of clarity, but can also very much be controlling if they're addicted to self-pity. And who isn't? On a certain level, it's all a spectrum, a percentage from lead to gold, just how that is. And as one heals it a little bit, and then heals it in everybody, but particularly in this contract read. Because there is a revelation. The card of spirit, the voice of the soul says, just wait. More to be revealed, but more to be revealed inside, right? Not quite the full circle of the card of the world, which would be the next card in the Fool's cycle of the major arcana, but something revealed, something that was there all along, but you didn't see because it was Agatha all along, apparently, so I hear. And may they be blessed. May this monk nun be blessed with selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, because what they want, lower three chakras, is happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Apollo, he's the golden boy of the Olympians for surezies, and they have the inspiration, the star, the hope, the alignment, at least going on in the lower three chakras, though both of these feel very solar plexus, and in their mind, they're putting forth a very, very strong front here, the card of strength, or maybe they're gathering their courage together to take action on this in some way, shape, or form, or at least they're thinking about it, because in their heart, you know, the Two of Cups is very second chakra, one cup to another. There is a strong romantic and most likely sexual attraction there, so that excess piety could get in the way of that. But perhaps this is saying, if not someone of Pisces, whoever, whatever, that this is the guidance coming from the voice of the soul saying, you don't gotta walk, you don't gotta gallop, trot, follow your heart, but don't flood the village, right? It's a burn down the village element of fire. Don't flood the village, right? It's only a Two of Cups. You could flirt. There you go. That's a little bit more than walking, right? On a horse, you're a little hot to trot there. Hot to trot. Sploosh. May they be blessed with that, because why not? Because love endures on this side. This martyr has been through it, and they're still going, and they've really seemed to got it together. They got it together on the inside, and this one to just turn on their heart light. Don't worry about how it's going to go or when it's going to go right this second. Just think about a time when you experienced love, even if it's not directly connected to this person or romance at all. That is going to certainly light some stuff up here with the sun and the star and strength and the Two of Cups here, so that they can both invite ecstasy, because they are worthy of all the pleasure their hearts desire. And if they do that within their own heart, they're helping the other one hearts. And they do that within their hearts, they're helping everybody's heart find a healthy relationship with pleasure, so that the pain can be healed, alchemized from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. So it is. It's a cool read. I'm looking forward to flipping that one over on top, and I ain't gonna until I get back. So, did you like it? Then hit the thumbs up, like it. Hope the other crab cakes find this thing. Come on. Love endures, and turn on your heart light. I mean, there's a lot going on here that I think they might want to know. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, I don't know, subscribe. And I recommend hitting the notification bell. I was born and raised in New York. Because I'm putting these things out when they're ready, particularly extended. The other night, the past couple of nights, it's taken like 8 hours to get this stuff uploaded and out. So if it comes out at 2 a.m., you'll know if you have the notification. But if you want the daily magic, miracles, mysticism, and Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. All I'm saying is go click the link and look, because there's I got different levels, each has different benefits, but remember, all of them $5 a month as a human gets you all the extended readings, the Zoom classes you can rewatch later, the advanced content, right, the exclusive content, as well as those lovely daily live streams. Get to see me in a bathrobe with my hair doing all sorts of crazy until I get it under control. Let's go and play out on Patreon. Honey, I'm the Angelo Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, and I'm a really good time, so yeah, just call me Mal. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box, interestingly enough, called Booking a Reading with Mal, which explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mal. But we're afraid to ask. I had fun with this one, and I hope you did too. Thank you so much for watching again. Comment if you wanna, and all of that. And I love you. I love my Cancerians. I love my lovely crab cakes. Wishing you a lot of ecstasy once you invite it in. Hang in there. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.